It's an S League preview show for you on the Independent Show with Gary, Sean, Nigel and Amos. We've got to for Home United now. We might as well call them Fandi Ahmad United, right?
No.
Why?
It's not about the Fundis. I mean, you have Ken also there, for one. You have Faris Ramli, Khairul Nizam. So as much as, I mean, the Fundi boys are who people are looking out for, I think the team is so much more about just the two of them.
They still have to complete their national service.
And also, I mean, they kept half of their squad, the key players, Abdul Qaim, I mean, as Nigel mentioned, Ken Ilso, all their foreign players were kept. Khairul Nizam Jumal will have had a lot to prove after being kept on. I mean, he's no longer the backup now, he's going to be the first choice. And also Philip Au, he's around for a second season as a head coach. I mean, you see towards the end of the season how his team play. They play very good football. They play a very high pressing game in the sense it's similar to perhaps Klopp's Gegenpressing. And we are very interested to see how he's going to carry on from last season where he brought them to a cup final. I mean, the league it was a struggle at the first half of the season as players were getting used to how he wants them to play, how these young guys are supposed to play. But he also has brought a lot of young players through. I mean, one young player I'm looking forward to watching is Arvin. He has been pretty solid last season in the second half of the season as a young centre back.
Their friendly results look like this. They drew 0-0 with Spa Samat Prakan. They lost 1-0 to Air Force Central. And they lost 2-1. Sorry, lost 2-1 to both Air Force Central and Army United. So that was a tour of Thailand. Did you ever go on a tour pre-season?
Yeah.
Was that good? Was that good fun or essential or team? Or what are the benefits of it?
Well, it depends on the coach, I guess, and what the objectives were. Yes, when I was at Home United, we actually went for pre-season tours to Thailand. Played some really good sides. So the key objective of the coach then, which was Steve Darby, was to get the team gelling together, because you get the national players always on national duties, and then you get the local players who were training without them. So the training tour was more of getting the team gelling together on the field and off the field as well.
Which is important, right?
Yes.
Teamwork.
Yes, and off the field.
But only one of our teams has done it this year.
I think some of them would have gone for tours. I would reckon. I think Hougang United may have gone for a tour as well.
Hougang went to Thailand as
Hougang
well.
went to Thailand.
Okay.
And Home United, curiously, they have actually not played an S-League side in a pre-season friendly this season. I mean, last season I'm not sure if they had, but I know that under their previous coach, Lee Lim Sing of South Korea, I mean, they rarely play S-League sides in pre-season friendlies.
But that said, all these preseason results are never a gauge, never a benchmark. It's always trial testing and seeing which players fit on which positions and stuff like that. So you can't really gauge from the results.
Can Home win it this year, Nigel? They've added the likes of Khairul Nizam, Faris Ramli, Zulfami Arifin, Akari Abdullah, Sim Tek Yi.
I think it's probably their best chance in recent years. And they finished outside of the first top half of the table last year, but
6.
yeah, that was a lot more about Philip's first season in charge.
Right?
Yeah. Now that is out of the way, and with the signings he has made, they are well equipped to go for the title. Last year, when Ilso was out injured, they had no one to replace him. This year, he has Khairul Nizam. There's also Irfan Fandi waiting in the wings. Just to sum up, I think the squad has way more quality than last year, and that's quite a very good achievement for Home United in this pre-season.
It's good to see Irfan scored a hat-trick against Liverpool last year.
That's Iksan.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Iksan.
Yeah.
Big pardon, yeah. Sorry. See, I get mixed up now. But he's still there. He's there as well.
Yeah, and interestingly, Philip has said that he's looking to give Iksan chance in the S League at just 16 going on to 17. That's a very young age. But this guy has got all the tools in him to be one of the best Singapore players ever. So, it's really there for Philip to, nurture him, to gradually bring him to the team, help to develop him, and that will be very beneficial for Iksan.
Okay.
Well, I mean, to follow up what Nigel has said, I mean, Philip Au is doing two things at killing two birds and with one stone, developing young players and fighting for the title. This is going to be a massively interesting challenge for him this year. They have the tools, they have the equipment. Now is whether Philip Au is able to push them towards over the finishing line. They came close in the Singapore Cup. They just fell short in the last 15 minutes in the cup, Singapore Cup. Now in the league, can they push it over? I do rate them as one of the genuine contenders to lift the title, but whether they can finish first or second, it all boils down to whether they can keep the key players injury free all the way.
I'm friends with Philip on Facebook, right? So I know where he's been. I know where he's been pre-season. He's been in Germany.
Yeah.
That's the post-season where he went to Germany to observe all the training techniques and all that. I mean, because if you look at Home United, they have a head of sports science, Dirk Schalkerberg, who has been with various Bundesliga clubs. I mean, I do believe, as far as I know, it's true, Dirk, that he went to this Germany stint to learn from all the best practices of tactical training, the tactical finesse from all these leading Bundesliga coaches at the top level.
That's what Pep did for a while, didn't he? He travelled around the world, learning the craft.